All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's tab and pin time. Now, if you want the American dream, all right, it used to say it's living on the hill to drive the car of your dreams. If anybody sues you, they get dilly squat. There's a lot more to that. You see, the American dream is hard. If you want to build a business or a dream, or you want to just rebuild your credit, there's a lot of work. You're going to need a team behind you, and you got to find a good team. I have great teams behind me and helping people. It's not easy. Oh my goodness, what's happened in the last several years, from pandemic, from me being in a coma and all kinds of crazy stuff. Today we're going to talk about what we can do for you. As we look on the screen here, why credit fails. Let's understand something. A long time ago in the 70s and 80s and part of the 90s, I got to be the consultant for TRW. And let's write down on that tab and pen in front of you. Let's write down today's date, January what? 16, 2026. This is the year you could change your life if you want to. But again, we all want to, but are you willing to do the work? It's not easy. What happens with most of us, we kind of give up because we get knocked down 1,000 times. So if we look at rules and tools, what I created a long time ago, all cards fluctuate, all cards, but two. We're going to go through this many times today with you. So we're going to look at the sticky in the back of the card, sticky. We should actually get a bunch of stickies right now and put it in front of you or whatever, because you got stickies at home, don't you, or at your office? If you put a sticky behind every credit card, I want you to do what I do. Okay, it's like anything else. This is a $50,000 card. This is a 10. I want you to have 7 of these and 1 of these. I know you're going to, that's way too much. If you have bad credit today, let's understand, you have bad credit because you screwed up, dropped the score, got stuck. But if you had more credit, you could have bought more time. Think about it. If you had more credit, you could have bought more time. See, bad days don't last forever. We all go through good and bad. Bad day, bad week, bad year. So if we understand credit and understand there's a balance, because we have to live with it, because you can't just buy a house and pay cash. Actually, I've done that, but that's beside the point. But you got to make lots of money to do that. So in the back of that card today, I'd like you to put a sticky. I'd like you to dummy proof this. You see, between if you have a house, a wife, and a cat, and a fish, and a dog, and 2, or maybe a husband as well, we got to balance this. It's not easy. To balance the score, you have to understand how it works. I'm the one who came up telling Ken Yarborough, TRW, years and years ago, the oldest card. The oldest card. Then it's history. The next thing is fluctuation. I'd like you to write down fluctuation. I'd like you to understand what that really means. Let's understand. It is a $10,000 credit card, 10,000. If we look at the card, we understand something. What happens, people think it's free money. Your first credit card you got, let's go to dinner. Let's go, why? Go shopping. No. We have to be responsible. That means if we use this card past $2,900, we're basically going to be in the yellow and then the red. You control this. Nobody else controls it but you. All right, you're controlling the heartbeat of your credit. So if we look at these things, well, we have to understand the heartbeat is this. It's the up and down show. The up and down, up and down, up and down. When we look at dashboards or credit bureaus, the way they were established was based on inquiry in the past. That's what started the credit file in the first place, inquiry base. So if I take this card at $2,900 below, I'm in the green. We have to understand something. This world is difficult. It's hard. You're going to need people around you to help you. Unfortunately, what happens a lot of times, friends and family kind of take advantage of more people. Maybe you. Maybe you're ripped off. Maybe you want to start a business, or you screwed up or something else happened wrong. There's ways to play the game. When I wrote Winning the Game of Business in the 70s and 80s, it was simple because I wanted to win the game. That was for me. Now understand, if this is a 50 and this is a 10, I want 7 of these and I want 1 of these. I believe personally, because this is how I live by for me, that you need 100,000 of personal credit. 100,000. Because what happens is that 29% debt to ratio, we always have about that is our debt to ratio, the 29%. When you have cards that are less than like $5,000, it's hard to manage them. You play the up and down show more. These are my wife's cards, okay? Because I want to show you an example that we really have these things in our possession and we don't use and abuse it. Now, a gold and platinum card, write it down. They do not fluctuate. Gold and platinum do not fluctuate, which means if I have an old bad day, week, month, or year, I don't want to jack up the wrong card. You jacked up the wrong card. Sorry, that's what you did. No one wants to teach you the rules and tools. I've been teaching for 49 years in front of people, all right, online or in front of people all the time. Now, I'm new to social media for like TikTok for the last 8 weeks. This is my 8th week. I wanted to see if I wanted to do it. See, the honest truth, I used to write checks for hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in radio and TV. I mean, I was the second largest advertiser in California for 32 years. So my events are pretty big as well. So what would it do? So if we jack up the wrong card, you got stuck. You backed yourself in a corner. Sorry, that's what you did to yourself, and you didn't know any better. Unfortunately, the world doesn't want to teach you something, and that's not fair. What I like to teach you how to get to American Dream. The American Dream is very simple. It's here. I would like you to take a picture of that. This is one of the mouse pads I had them create. It's kind of fun. If you did what I asked you to do or tell you to do for the next 12 months, you would be guaranteed $100,000 a month income to the corporation and divisions. All right, because if you do what you're told, it's going to work. But again, that's up to $100,000 a month. But are you willing to make a commitment? Are you willing to add me to your team, your family, your corporation, whatever piece you have? You got to understand it takes a lot of people to make this happen. My paralegal department, my social media department, the marketing, all these people and the specialists in sales. It's not easy. But can you listen, can you learn, and can you follow through? That's your future. That's where you screwed up. I'm sorry to say, but it's true. You didn't find auto income. You drove by the Wendy's restaurant the other day. The same one you've been driving by since you were 10 years old. Why don't you own it? You see, I like to own things that are auto income. I like to have it managed by a third party. Now, I've written over 67 books so far. I wrote my first book years and years ago. It was about payphones. I had 22,000 of those. That was 6.6 million a month, by the way. I wrote about real estate and other things and laundromats and dry cleaners and car washes. I like auto income. See, when I had my first series that I wrote in the 70s, okay, this came out in late 70s. This is called Winning the Game of Business, the old black cassettes and stuff. See, I created my first million as a kid because I knew what I was doing. But I studied at the library all the time because I was studying law and accounting since I could practically walk practically. So again, there's your future if you want. But you got to realize something. Now, when I came out of coma, all right, in 2009 and 10, and came back on the scenes in 2011, started advertising, we found 14 people online pretending to be Ray Reynolds, the Godfather credit. Now, I got the nickname because I built 60 billion of credit, by the way, for my clients and myself. We got about 62 million of live credit cards to play with, just to play, okay? Real stuff, not just trade line garbage, what I would say. We had 14 people while I was even in coma, okay? Even Wells Fargo literally stole my identity twice while I was in a coma. Well, they did it to everybody. That's why they got indicted and all the billions and billions they had to pay. My attorney had to go after these 14 people. And, all right, and out of the 15 million people, I've helped 50 million people understand division process. I have 37 million millionaire clients and 39 billionaires. But I got a handful of turds back then that were putting me down in bad reviews 20 years ago, 15 years ago. All right, I was in a coma. I offered every one of them $1,000 to go away. Unfortunately, they didn't want to do that too. My reason I bring this up is I've been on TikTok now for my 8th week. And now I have 2 copycats. So take your picture and understand I have 1 account. That's only 1. The other 2 are probably clients being jerks like, Erica or Henry. See, there's people like that. They're Bonnie and Clyde. They're rip-off people. So what do we look at? This is fake and scam. These are the one, take your picture. Make sure if you want me, the real Ray Reynolds, you go to my only 1 site, okay? The official TikTok account. So I want you to make sure you go to the right one. See, I'm online twice a day, Monday through Friday, and all day on Saturday. So I want you to understand how to play. Now, there's me in front of the one building with $64 million. That's one of the $1 million Lamborghinis and 21 cars in a car collection at one time. Just having fun. See, I'm not going to own anything. But then social media kind of confuses me because I don't like what I call the clowns in the circus. You need 5 LLCs? No, you don't. You need a trust, owning a trust. And stop. It's like the circus clown. I call them howdy doody. But again, let's learn the truth. If you bought one of my books, you'd realize basically I hold your hand and read you the book. I think when somebody sells you something, they should back it up and hold your hand personally. That's just my belief. This is live, simple. In the beginning, why take pictures or recordings? That's just a piece of paper saying if you do authorized use of this, the FBI is going to give you a fine and 5 million years in prison. It's just what it works. I was 12 and a half years old when I wrote See It, Believe It, Go Get It. I was at the Torrance Library next to the Torrance Police Department, which I was there all the time as a little kid. I wrote See It, Believe It, Go Get It. You see, I believed in me because I had to. I had nobody encourage me. I didn't get no mommy and daddy say, hey, do this, do that. So I had to self-motivate, which I had to tell myself all the time, I'm one of the few, not one of the many. I've had to self-motivate myself my whole life. But again, we had different ways of looking at this, and this is what I want to tell you about me a little bit, is there's me in 1981. That kick was 13 feet when I kicked the lights, 13 feet. 2 steps and I'm up at 13 feet. I could always fly. I always felt that it's like God's holding me up for about 2 seconds. I kicked the basketball hoop when I was 14 at Tewicket Junior High. I kicked the door gym at 10. So I could just do things that no people used to could do. But that's me. But I like goodies. You like goodies? You see, goodies to me are Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and yachts and race boats and helicopters and all kinds of goodies. But I never put a goodie in my name after I learned that they're going to steal it anyway. You see, in your life today, you've been knocked down 1,000 times. You got to get up 1,001. Do you have the right people around you? Do you have the right team? I think you need some pieces you're missing, and we can add to your team, me and other people around you. But it's going to be up to you. See, every goodie needs to be a division of a corporation. A division of a corporation is a liability. Liability is what gets us all. It's like when you do something, that house. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old. That kind of sucked. Not giving friends. And if you had friends, they use and abuse you anyway. I didn't like it. I felt out of place my whole life. I felt like I'm running out of time. That's how I've always felt. You see, having the mansion there in the UDOC, that's my UDOC at the time, during the coma, and properties on Coral Cay and, all right, very similar, Seascape and the islands in Huntington Harbor. We took one of the yachts in the backyard, the only big one, to watch the fireworks on July 4th. July 5th, I'm in a coma. I got to lose $3.7 billion of structure. Come back being homeless again. Kind of sucked. That's how it works. You see, it's not easy. If you want easy, I can't give you easy. If you want a magic wand, mine's broken. It doesn't work. It's kind of bent. It doesn't work. So if you want to share this live with people, you can help me and I'll help you. How's that? How about we help each other? How about we change the world? And you join the Ray Reynolds movement, okay? See, winning the game of business. I created that when I was 15 and a half, by the way. I put it out there when I was 16. Just having fun. Now, it does say in the book, cash flow, keep your time, financial freedom. By the way, I own the rights of those things. My next series, I wanted to write books for dummies because when I do something new, I feel stupid. I just do. I cannot stand change, and I don't like learning something new unless I dive into it. I have to force myself to make sure I master it. All right, because I can't talk to someone unless I understand what they're talking about, and I want to talk better than they do. That's just me. I wanted to write books for dummies. That was already taken, by the way. So the reality is very simple. It became the Millionaire's Founders Kit, right there. I sold it for $5,000 a set. Every Tuesday, every Wednesday at the Bonaventure, every Thursday, and every Saturday at the Long Beach Marriott. 32 years being the second largest advertiser. If you ever want the full blueprint of success, it's in the 12 books and CDs. All right, it's very simple. Now, fighting through the pain. I hope and pray you had a great childhood. I hope you have got a mommy and a daddy. That would be nice. I never got to know what a father's hug or kiss was. What's it feel like? I fantasize about it. I see it on TV all the time. What's a mother cooking and saying, I love you? What's that feel like? I have no idea. All I got is a bunch of crap. So understand, you've been blessed. Enjoy that. Do not take it for granted. You had that team around you. Me, I just got to live in hell. It sucks. So that forced me to learn, and make sure I never bring the pain home to myself. It's like what we're trying to do. Being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. One of my websites, one of my books coming out. What do we do no matter where we come from? I don't know. You see, I can't do what I want to do without people around me. I need a team. I can't accomplish my goal by myself because I'm only one person. I realized that in 1987 when I'm closing 16 escrows a day, 16 escrows a day, doing billions with a B. I didn't tell anybody what I'm doing. I just positioned myself as none of their blankety business. There's me in the coma. I got to die and come back. That sucks. There's me flying over the air having fun too. We have the ability to get past go. See, I think you're stuck. I think you fell in love, got married, got a dog, cat, and a fish, and you got stuck in the same routine. And I think that sucks. Being stuck sucks. But if you love what you do today, that's fantastic. Usually after the fourth or fifth year, you don't like it at all. That's just maybe you're special. Aren't we all special? We're God's kids. So being a Christian is a way of life no amount of time. Okay, my next series in the library and came up with certain things. I asked myself a question. Is God the Santa Claus for grown-ups? That's what I asked. I didn't know any better. The teacher ripped it up. I have recall on most things, so I wrote it again. It's like the website. Jesus is not a drive-through. It's the only father I've ever known. Simple. It's all I got. All I can do is only me. So what do we do? Always good. Always good. When I was a kid being used and abused, it sucked. And everyone, how you doing, little boy? They knew what was going on. No one cared. See, people like to stay away from things. They just want to see how you doing. And that's surface talk. I just go, always good. Thank you, Jesus. And they go, huh? It makes them leave me alone. I live by three things: God, family, and money. You see, God is what I believe in my heart. Family is my wife and I became one. The next thing is money, because it takes money to pay the bills. I wrote a book called BS Doesn't Pay Your Bills years ago, too. I like to write. I like to have fun. Your problem, most of you probably what? You break your New Year's resolution. This is your year. Now, I want you to understand from math point, 2026. If you don't know this is a perfect numbers in math. If you don't know what math is all about, numbers. Why is it perfect? It's all even. It divides into itself, into infinity, if you know how to play the game of math. But that was just me, playing the game. When I was in the 8th grade, they gave me, calculus, statistics. What else? It was easy. I could do it in my head. So if we look at family, that's first. What do we mean? Income. Let's write down income base. Let's understand something. Income is our lifestyle. Income is our lifestyle. Our lifestyle is our income. But you have a problem. You get a paycheck. Fantastic. It's taxed before you get the leftover. You see, what you didn't do is research and dissect. I'd like you to dissect you and research everything you do. You see, that's an SS5 form. I filled it out when I was 14. I asked her at the Social Administration, are you the IRS? It says SS5 in the corner. She got frustrated, couldn't answer the question. Then the big, military dude, big macho dude came over. He couldn't answer the questions either. The reality is very simple. I want to know what's connecting the dots. I don't like doing something I don't understand. You accept life the way it is, and I want to tear it apart. I want to put it back together like Humpty Dumpty. So understand, you have a SS5 form. You signed it or mommy did. We did it before, Nixon took the gold standard out in 71. So what happens is Roosevelt had what's called the gold standard in 1934. You see, in 1971, in August, this became no longer money. Read at the top, it says Federal Reserve note. It's a legal tender. So if your paycheck is taxed now, you get to tax now. All right, then what happens is you get the leftover. Then everything you touch is tax, and probate when you're gone. See, we should all be pissed off, because we are. I don't want to pay tax. Rich and famous, stop. Rich and famous people hire people like me. Yeah, they do. Lakers, Clippers, Dodgers, and Angels, doesn't matter what it is. I can list almost all rich and famous people hire me. They hire a guy like me that dissected the law and the accounting and know how to put it together. All right. See, you got to realize your check is taxed. You get the leftover. You tax. No. Your paycheck is taxed In your house payment really gives you back the money on a tax return. I'm sorry, there's circus clowns out there saying don't buy a house. That makes no sense. Especially when they have houses with 100 million bucks wasting a bunch of money. I don't like double talk. I don't like circus clowns. Okay. Your house payment will offset your taxes. Got it so far? House payment gives you money back. But here's your problem, ladies and gentlemen. You got married. That's not the problem. That's a good thing. Becoming one under God's eyes is fantastic. I don't know what I'd do without my wife. She's my rock. I got a great one. Okay. She's everything I didn't know I needed and wanted. How's that? And she's my little help in the car. Isn't that fun too? I thought I was lucky. The only one had a little help in the car. I guess that's everybody's lucky too. So the house, please write down to do it my way from now on. I don't like your way. Escrow close, homestead trust. Escrow close, you should have did the homestead and then the trust, irrevocable trust only before you got the keys to the house. You didn't do that. The next thing is you never buy a house jointly. When you buy a house jointly, I'm sorry to tell you, that's called dumb, and you're not dumb. Okay, hope everybody is having a great night. Well, we're having fun, Cole. I've seen you before. Let's have some fun. All right. Husbands and wives, from now on, I want you to do something for yourself. You're one under God's eyes. Everything else is separate. House is married person's own separate property, never joint, because you have to plan the problem. That means if you screw up or lose the house, all right, they're going to report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Not only do you have bad credit, though it sucks, and now you have a tax problem. The husband and wife are supposed to be each other's backup. So a house is purchased one person on loan, so in separate property, married person, whatever you want to call it. And from there, it's homestead trust. In the future, you're going to buy your house through the trust because I'm going to show you to do that too. Now, God gave me this weird brain that knows all this stuff. You've been asking little pieces for people or on social media on those circus clowns. They go, blah, blah, blah. I want you to understand that house, that's home. All right. You should leave it alone, but protect it. It needs to be an irrevocable trust. Write down irrevocable trust because I said so. Okay. Now, the car, you have a problem. Your car is registered to you. Now, the problem you have again is the way you do things. I don't like it. Okay. Now, at the end of the day, you can throw away what you're writing down in your tablet and pen, or by the time I keep talking, you're going to get a tab and pen to write it down again and again. The car. Social media says you can only write out so much of the car. Then you got a ding dong. It's 5,000 or 6,000 pounds. 179 says 6,000 pounds. Okay, and above. I don't care about the write-off. I care about the liability. The car should be registered to a division. Register to a division. Got it so far? Register to a division. I'd like you to plan the problem. I'd like you to protect your family. I'd like you to stop bringing the damn pain home. Never bring the pain home. Stop bringing the pain home. Don't worry, I own the rights to those too. I've been saying it for 45 years. That house should be absorbed as a division of a corporation. In a bumpity bump, they sue you. You're now in the rabbit's hole. And then because you're married, they're going to name your spouse. Now you're both going to go through, you know what? Let's plan the problem. Let's make sure we do not screw up anymore. We have rights. We always have as we the people. Our constitutional right. Car, division. Got it so far? Every goodie you get is a division. Write down division, division, division. I created a division process in 85 because I didn't want to pay franchise tax fee in 84. We're going to go through that too. Every goodie is a division. If you could be committed, all right, to me and you being partners in coaching only, or in other words, you're adding me to your what? We can't do this alone. Let me coach you. Let me hold your hand. Let me show you what can be done next 6 days a week. Again, what are we going to do? If you did everything I told you to do, and you're into my private coaching, you're going to obtain it to $100,000 a month. Guaranteed if you do what you're told. But will you do what you're told? I'm sorry that you did your way you do things. I think it sucks. Sorry, that's just my feelings. I think you are basically doing your best, what you got, but you're missing a lot of pieces. Goodies, divisions. Goodies, divisions. I believe what you did is you sat at the kitchen table with your friends and family. You said, honey, we're going to start a business. All right, and what did you do? We're going to jack up our cards, drop our score, get stuck, can't get it anymore. We're going to bring the pain home, you and me, and we're going to hawk our house too and be kind of dumb. Well, that's what you did. Because of your lack of knowledge, not knowing these fluctuate and understanding in the first place, you brought the pain home. Why would you do that? You're going to say, well, lack of knowledge. Okay. If all cards fluctuate, but these do not, what card do you jack up in an old blankety blank day? What card? I remember being at Dave's bridal with my first daughter, Sarah, all right, who graduated APU, all right, with her master's at 21 years old, okay, with honors. She's getting married. Oh, goody. Dave's bridal. Now, here's my beautiful first daughter. I have 5 daughters and a boy. I have 6 kids. And we're standing at the counter. She's going to spend about 10 grand. Okay. Now, I'm there at the counter, and I have to use my personal cards to do this, personal cards. Okay. And I'm laying it out, and I'm telling the lady at the cash register to do this one, this, and this one. I told her limits what to run cards. Sarah comes over and says, Daddy, you're a billionaire. What are you doing? Honey, I'm not a billionaire. It's the corporations. It's not me. She goes, you know what I'm talking about. No, I don't. See, I ended up doing a little seminar there. All right, because they're asking the question, why are you doing this? Okay, if you put this on this card, this card, this card, I'm staying under 29%. See, you're going to be emotional or you're going to screw up because you allow it. Your discipline sucks in most cases. I made sure my score never dropped. I maintained an 843. My wife is an 844. She beats me by 1 point. And then when she finds out, she would see, you're the godfather of credit. Look, I still beat you. And that's fun. Wife and husband always said, have fun. Our problem is to never bring the pain home. You brought it home because why? I don't think you knew any better. Okay. You filled out a form, or mommy did. It's called SS5. It's SS4. Here we got SS5, SS4. This is 10. The SS5 gets you an SSN 1040 tax return, which if you look at the agreement, you can download it today. You agree not to use for ID purposes, not to carry with you, not to laminate. It's not even your number. It says on the back of it, assigned to you, like property of, not even yours. The SS4 here, I had explained to Ted Turner when I was 9.5 years old, there's 26 ways to use it, not abuse it. When you look at the SS4, it says employer, entity, and division. Entity is a division, and it says individual person. It's a universal form. Now, basically what happened here is 1986. I create division process in 84, got approved in 85, 86, became what? In place. I got certified by the NACB, the National Credit Bureaus of America, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Well, I'm the guy that created the oldest card was my goal, and then the 29% rule. So you got to balance your score so you can get more. Your whole problem is you bringing the pain home. All cards, let's write it down, and that's what you have to understand. If all cards fluctuate, which means they go up and down based on utilization, but 2, you jacked up the wrong card, that's on you. And by the way, I rhyme all the time too. I try not to. So as a little kid, I rhymed. They would call me, the Mrs. Hope and other people would call me a retard. It's not nice. They said it was dumb. Then I write with both hands talking at the same time. They tried to get me to pick one. No, why would they do that? I got a total recall on those things. So I'd freak people out. Well, that's too bad. I'm going to be me. I'm one of the few, not one of the many. I had to convince myself through motivation, that's me. All cards fluctuate but 2. The American Express Gold and Platinum card, I got them to do a POT time over limit 18 years ago, by the way. So if you want to listen and learn and get rebuilt, this is what you get to do with you. But if you want to bring the pain, I'm keep doing it. And come on. Without me today, I guarantee you're not going to get where you want to go. I guarantee it. Look at your past. Come on, look at your past. Look at it. Has it been any better? You go up and down, up and down, up and down, having the same rerun all the time. If you don't add something to what you're doing or change something you're doing, it's never going to happen. I'm online 6 days a week. Where you been? Chapter 18 is your gift and your dream. That's what I believe it to be. You see, I'm thinking as a kid, a little boy. I'm in the corner. Mrs. Hope calls me a piece of whatever. And I'm 7.5 years old. They have a poker game. I heard that corporation was a legal person. Now, I want you to list it up, and I want you to think about different types of entities, because that's what Supreme Court deemed to be true. So in other words, 50 corporations, that's 50 states, and cities are corps too. They're so smart, they created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy for cities, by the way, Chapter 9. So what happens? Now, as we play this game, what's what it says? Not required to file fictitious business name. I felt when I was 9.5 years old that was wrong. 9.5. So here we have winning the credit game. And I wrote that as well. See, I wrote the original book called Prove It or Remove It, by the way. Because if I'm going to help the system, I want to counterbalance it with telling them the truth and put them in check. That's what I did. So if we play the game, which one do you have? All right, right. And you have an LLC. There's 9 types. You have an LLP. It's right there. C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC. See, these are the entities Supreme Court says is a legal person. They are on filed at state level, and they're on the Secretary of State's website. So they're right there, right there. So if they sue them, they sue you. Congratulations. You're a duck and a sheep. And you understand, you need 5 LLC? No, you don't. You need a corporation, a trust, sells a trust. It's like, how do you do it? You stop it. It's ridiculous. So if we understand today, if you want a copy of Winning the Credit Game, it's a free download. But it's only during the webinar for me. If you do it after the fact, you're going to pay $20, maybe $30. Now, if we look at the SS4, it says entity, individual person, and what? Employer. Banks and grocery stores use corpse to corpse. The form allows you, listen carefully, you. It says banking and credit purposes right there. So you could have 3 divisions of you. Unfortunately, you don't understand what you're doing anyway. I think you are missing so many pieces, it's ridiculous. But again, you're a grown-up. If we can man up, woman up, we go get it. But it's up to you. Do you want to basically change your life, yes or no? You're going to have to build a good team. I'd like to be one of your team. I'll give you to be your team leader if you want. And my team here will help you too. But it's up to you. Now, when I set up the dashboard, listen carefully, very, very simple. All right, in 1987, training Yarborough, Ken Yarborough, TRW Spearman, I created a dashboard. The dashboard allows tax ID. Listen to the words. ITIN, EIN, SSN. Got it? That's why applications have all 3, if you know what you're doing. But again, I don't think you know what you're doing anyway. The person with the tax ID can get a cash credit report today, not tomorrow, today. That could be your basically replacing you or enhance you. The corporation can do the same thing, so can a division. I want you to focus on division process. I don't think you should do anything unless it's a division. See, if you roll the dice as a division, if it gets screwed up, you throw it away. All right, but again, you keep bringing the pain home to you and the corporation you have today. There's that rhyming thing I do too. So subsidiary, a corporating a corp. So what do we get to do? I'm Ray Reynolds. All right, I built $60 billion of credit for my clients over the years. I've been helping people for 49 years. In March, it'll be 50, 6 days a week. Where have you been? Okay, where have you been? Maybe listen to those 14 jerks years ago. They're not even mine. That's okay. I've helped 50 million people. You want to be next? You take a picture right there. Take your picture. Why? You can take supply credit from a corporation and turn it into cash. You have to reduce your debt or increase the limit. You have no choice. You're not here to rip off your creditor. I got all applications to put division process 18 years ago. You cannot find a cash application in the United States of America that does not allow division process. It does not allow division process. It's right there. What do we do? I'd like you to realize the Federal Trade Commission says credit repair is a fraud. All right, even the Credit Repair Organization Act. They're supposed to be bonded. They're supposed to be nonprofit and not collect money up front. They indicted Daniel, the Credit Repair Cloud. They're going to indict and do a credit repair sweep this year and all these phony companies. But again, what do you get to do? I want to help the kids. I want to give the kids in high school and college the ability to change their life if they want to. This is the book. It's a free download if you do it during this webinar. If not, you're going to pay $10, maybe $20. We might raise the price by the end of the day. Why not? Maybe it'll motivate you to download right away. This is going to help you with the 29% rule and tool for the kids, high school and college. It's free because I'm trying to change the world. If you allow me to help you, I'll help everyone else too. But again, it's a download. If not, you find the hard copy, it'll cost you $10. Simple. But if you don't learn rules and tools, how are you going to go get it? How are you going to go get what you want for the American dream? Let's help the next generation. Let's get them not to make the same dumb mistake we did, okay? The up and down show you do every day. All right. So let's understand. When it comes to winning the credit game, well, that I wrote years and years ago and updated all the time, that's also a free download today. See, I want you to get off your assets and go get it. I want no excuses for you. I hold your hand. I'll get you to millionaire status. I'll get you to 100,000 a month if you do what you're told. But if you don't want to play with me, then go away. If you don't want to play my way, you shouldn't be here today anyway. You see, the reality is, are you serious about it? You got to build a team. It's a free download. What do we do? Now, I don't like Credit Karma. I was going to sue them during pandemic. They kept saying 42%. That was wrong. It was wrong. They don't have experience. Wrong. They don't have a phone number to help you. And they're like, because you want it's free? Excuse me, they've been indicted 6 times. It's ridiculous. Analytical is silly enough to charge about $25 a month and analyze you for free and basically call you every 46 days to tell you next. That's what they do. They want to make a difference. You see, Chase Bank, if you were looking for the 6 ink cards like these here, all right, you need experience. You can't get that on Credit Karma. What would you do? So understand, hopefully you took a picture of that today, because there's your goal. You see, let's think today. I can't afford this. Stop. I don't like excuses. Excuses are, all right, you don't want to do something because of resistance of your own silliness. If you can get into programs for free or referral based, you could do that, right? If you DM me today, all right, and you send this live to 50 people, 100 people, everybody you know 30 people in your whatever, send it to everybody. Tomorrow morning, I'll be live at 3:15 in the morning again. I like that. I'll be live at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in goal setting. If you got everybody in these classes and they bought anything, you get a commission. Would you like to get some money and get away your excuses? I don't like excuses, because everything I have to teach and preach to you will work. And you need me, and I need you to help me get out there too. So guess what we get to do? Can you afford $300 a month? It's simple. Can you afford $300 a month? You waste $50 every other day anyway. That's $700. If we took just 4 of the are basically ink cards, 4 of these, any card we have, corporate credit doesn't show up on personal file unless it's a Spark card from Capital One. These won't show up. So I could build $350,000 over here on the corporation. Nobody would know it. I can modify this and do it per every division. Building $1 million of credit can be done, and basically I did it in 6 weeks when I came after coma. When the opening show for American Success Journal dropped me off a target, I did it and showed the world how to create $1 million back then. Then one of my clients copied the thing and blah, blah, blah. What else is new? He's been a copycat ever since he's been a client. If you spent $28,000 today, the payment's $300. Could you use that to get into an escrow? Would you use that, because nobody sees it, to get into an escrow and own a piece? By the way, that'll get you $10,000 a month. You invest, borrow money, all right, and he takes an income back to the corporation division process, and it pays the damn payment. Your excuse is your excuse. Okay, why you did things the way you do it, I don't like. I told you that in the beginning when I met you today. Would you spend $500 to get $5,000 back? Would you spend $1,000 to get $10,000 back? When I was 26, I was afraid I was going to pass away at 27. I got $2.6 billion of structure at 26. I watched people get fat, ugly, and die when they retire. Okay, I thought I was going to be next. It scared the rot out of me. But the more I could help people, the more it made sense. From that day forward, I've been giving 5 to 10 times your money back in anything you do with me. You spend $500, you get $5,000. You spend $10,000 or $1,000, you get $10,000. Take away your excuses, because I'm going to take them all away from you. And if you don't play with me because A, you're lazy, or you're not willing to change, you're not willing to add value to what you're trying to do today, you don't want me to be part of your team. There's me. That's only 13 feet. I hit the light so hard with my head and my foot. If I could touch it, I could kick it. I have an indentation in my skull. Got it? So let's understand how to play my way. It's a mindset. And then I wrote down, see it, believe it, go get it. If I can touch it, I can kick it. You're going to have to mentally motivate you, because the world's knocking you down every time you turn around. Husbands, you've tried a dozen times, and wives are going, is this one going to work, honey? It'll work. She's trying to support, but the difference, she's doubting because so many things have ripped you off and you fell off your what? It didn't work. If you do it my way, it's guaranteed to work because you're going to do 10 to 20%. I'm going to do 80 to 90%. Now, I created something called auto income. I didn't know any better. I didn't know any better at all. I'm 17 and a half. I have 19 houses, corp to corp. And then I went to this event for payphones. I stood up in the room and I said, I'll take 10. I had Security Pacific Bank, my lines of credit. She had a line of credit up to 150. It's a checkbook and a debit card. They said they make $300 a month. So I said, I'll take 10. I go back to these events and these people complaining about 20%. I bought all their routes. 22,000 payphones, or 6.6 million a month. Is that okay? They're not mine. It's the corporation division process. I don't want to own something. I learned when they want to steal my goodies as the little boy, paying rent. You are going to learn if you want. Open these ears and write it down. Every one of you need 10,000 a month, period. It's easy. It's easy if you work your tail off. If you fall down, get up again and again. But I'll help you. I'll do the work with you and for you. What do we do? Glenn Freeman there. Glenn's a great guy. He lived in his Pinto car for 3 years. His wife left him, broke his heart. He was outside the Marriott all the time. I said, Glenn, knock it off. Your son's living in a car, so are you. It's ridiculous. What you have the ability to do. I said, you got to man up. What? You got to man up. You have a son. You have a gift. In that car, you're feeling sorry for yourself. You don't have time for that. Man up. 9 months later, brand new house, brand new truck, $1 million company. Freeway Ricky Dickie Ross, 20 years in prison, $3 million of credit. Thomas, I got him his brand new dump truck in 6 months. He was in prison for 26 years. I have a prison program too. So all these great people here, very simple. Doesn't matter if it's Michael, God rest his soul. Doesn't matter if it's Fishburne and Mama and even Clinton. I've incorporated 3 American presidents, by the way. All right. Dr. Lucky and I did a hospital years ago on Fiji Islands. Warner wandered on the board. Steve from Gold's Gym, Superman. I motivate. He says I kick ass heads. So what do? College professor, Biola University. Lakers, Clippers, and Dodgers and Angels. So you have the ability to change your life if you want to. But are you willing to listen? Are you willing to add me to your team? All right. But that's going to be up to you. You have these books. Some are download, some you pay for. All right, it's going to be up to you. If you want, I'll read you the story. You see, I'm online 6 days a week because I have a problem. I actually give a you-know-what. And if you buy anything from me, I want to hold your hand and make sure I explain it to you. I want to make sure you don't get stuck. Nobody does what I do on this planet. They sell you a box of books. They get these big events and blah, blah, blah. You hear everyone else's story. What about you? What about you? Take your picture. That's called auto income. If you share this live with everybody, I could change the world and help you. But again, are you willing to do that? You see, when I wrote the book on laundromats, I didn't want to run it. I own the thing. It's run by a third party. I wrote the first book on laundromats and car wash. So now I got clients, you need a laundromat and car wash. No, you don't. You need to own it. Why would you want to tie up your time? My original series, when it became a business, said cash flow fee per time. I was 15 when I wrote that. 15 years old. What were you doing? I don't want you to own any of this and run it. I want you to have your corporation division buy it. Well, what they're going to do? Let's take away excuses. Excuses. Write down checkbook money. Checkbook money is up to $150. Would you write a check if I get you a line of credit for $150,000 for $25,000 in an escrow? Yes or no? If you write that check, it's called borrow money. It's not taxable. Now you created an income of about $10,000 a month, $5,000 to $10,000. Maybe we'll use the checkbook money. Maybe we'll use the blueprint loans. American Express took what I use as called dummy card. They call it dummy code. And I have Blueprint of Success, and they created the blueprint loan after me, by the way. So it's simple. So what do? Every type of this business is auto income. I don't want you to basically run anything. I want you to have the American dream, which you've been trying all your life to. Cash flow fee per time. But again, I want you to take a picture now. There's your future. That's what I would help you do if I'm your private coach. Now, I have other people do coaching as well, but I'm the founder of the organization. I create billions and billions of dollars all the time, millions and billions. So if I'm your coach or one of their coaches, here I'm going to guarantee 100,000 a month, but it's going to take you 12 months to do it after you follow through and do what you're told, or you're willing to listen. Because I'm going to tell you what to do. I don't want you to think. You think, you kind of screw up. Sorry to say, I don't like it. It's true. So you have a choice today. It's very simple. Would you do what you're told to do? Would you get to know me so I get to know you? Let's understand. If we take $25,000, each one of you, three of you plus me. Now, I had to do this when 1987. I had a problem. I got myself wrapped around in basically literally 16 escrows a day, about 16 escrows a day. I couldn't handle this. It's crazy. I need help. What did I do? I asked my clients, would you like to be one of my soldiers? They'll, yeah, you build me credit. I want to use that. See, I think if you build credit for your business today, most are going to fail anyway because you're trying to run a business. Run your business after you have cash flow for your time. So that means if you write a check for $25,000 and you put it in escrow, that's a laundromat, that's a dry cleaner, it's a car wash. You're not going to do a damn thing. The management company is. After the management's done paying all the bills, your cut is $3,200 a month. That's it. You're not rich. I don't want you to ever say you're rich. Okay? Because that's stupid. I'm sorry you're not stupid. If you did that 10 times, what would happen? If we wanted to get 200,000 down on what? A storage unit, fourplex? That's 3 people plus me. See, it's a numbers game. Numbers never lie. Only people lie. So we get to play. If I need 75,000, I got 5 of us and me. See, the numbers never lie. We can readjust the numbers for what we want to receive or not, or put in. It's a numbers game. Now, we are not partners in that piece. It is your piece and your division forever, for life. Your problem is you don't build legacies. I don't think the world knows how to anymore. John D. Rockefeller is my favorite. He was my hero. Irrevocable trusts, all right? Billions and billions never stuck in a probate. See, the legacies have been gone. Well, no one does it anymore. I think we should start it again. What do you think? I need a Wendy's restaurant. They want $1 million down. Okay. 9 people plus me. There you go. Write a check. Escrow. That'll get you up to $10,000 a month per division. All right. Per what again? After all the bills are paid. Do you not see what I created for myself over the years? Auto income. I don't care to call it residual pass. I don't care. I didn't know to call it that anyway. I didn't care. Life taught me life to survive and get out of hell because I didn't like being used and abused, eating out of a damn trash can. And my mother and father never loved us at all because they didn't love me. They threw me in a trash can, born in a taxi. You know how much that pissed me off? I use that as energy to prove them wrong. That's what I've done my whole life. There's your future if you can pay attention, if you can follow through. 12 months later, you've tried your whole life. You tried your way. I think you should fire yourself and hire me. I want to lead you, if that's okay. But I'm going to blueprint you. See, when I wrote Blueprint of Success, okay, on Delane Street when I was a kid, Joanne is great. I loved her. She's great, okay? Why? She wired Apollo 9, 11, and 13. She said, everything's a blueprint. Everything's a blueprint. Well, I looked for the library, I didn't find blueprints. So I designed everything as a blueprint in a game. So what does that do for me? Let's watch. If I talk to you on the phone for about an hour, hour and a half, or maybe less, depends if you have questions as well. I want you and your partner of life on that phone call. Partner of life. See, we got to be on the same page. Most men and women are not on the same page on goals. You might say you are, but I don't believe that at all. All right, because a woman's got this idea, a man's got this idea, and he's tried so many times it didn't work. She's doubting, can he do it now? I want her part of the program. I want her to support the team, but I want her to have a nonprofit and have a profit. I want to turn it into a game. I want to have fun. Did you screw up American Express or Chase in the past? Yes or no? They don't forgive you. They like to sue you. I need to know that because I got to get around that. I got to know what's going to chase our future. Did you file a bankruptcy? Did you seal the bankruptcy? What's that? Bankruptcy is Federal Protection Act, automatic stay. which most people don't have to file anyway. But if you didn't seal it, you let this company called Statewide report it to the credit bureaus. Credit bureaus never talk to courts, ever. Your problem is these people going credit repair. I set it up. I know how to build it. I know how to tear it apart piece by piece. But that's just the way it is. Past, present, future. You have a tax problem? I don't want your past chasing your future. You got a family? You got a wife, husband, and kids, and a cat, and a dog, and a fish? Let's protect the family. Let's quit bringing the damn pain home. An LLC, 9 types, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, PC. Supreme Court says they're all corporations. I don't care what anybody says. They put them in the same bundle. Divisions. I had that problem in 84. 1984, I owned Shakey's, a bunch of Shakey's pizzas, shopping centers, condos. I'm the king of satellite television, my trucks, installation, blah, blah, blah. I got some Subways, some 31 flavors, and what do I get? The letter in the mail. What the blank? It says I have to pay a franchise tax fee per corporation. The franchise tax fee in California right now is $800 to $1,000 per year. Per year. That would have cost me up to $1.2 million. No. I'm not going to do that. I went to Sacramento. I asked a question, a basic question. Could I create an entity under an entity? I know that's LLC, LLP, C Corp, whatever, and an entity below that and manage it, management company. They said create a form or modify one. I knew exactly what I was going to do before I asked the question. See, God gave me the ability to have visions in my head. And I have visions all the time. I connect pieces. I freak my son and my daughters out and my wife tell them with the movie before they watch the movie. I tell her what's going to happen before we drive down the street. And they, oh, you guessed. Okay, fine. Let it be because they won't believe anyway. So what do? Okay. I didn't want to pay franchise tax fee. They gave me permission to create a form or modify one. Division process was born in 1985, 86. An entity, managed entities, these don't have your name on it. These all have their own credit file. See, your problem is you don't know how to play. You have no idea how to play the game of business. Now, you will have an irrevocable trust because I said so. I don't want you thinking. I want you to do what I tell you to do because I'm going to guarantee you $100,000 a month to the corporation in 18 divisions if you did what I told you to do. But if you don't, then do what you do today. Good luck. Okay, it hasn't worked so far. The car shouldn't be your car. It should always be a division of a corporation. I don't understand. You're highly intelligent people. Why do you follow circus clowns and dumb people? The car has got your name on its registered. No. The car is registered to a division because if I have a problem with the division, I can disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and throw it away. I don't want to bring my pain to my family. So we got a choice today. Car is division of corporation. House, future is escrow, closed homestead trust. Only one of you, you'll buy it through the trust because I said so. You'll buy it through an irrevocable trust. Auto income. I created that. I wrote, and this chaps my you know what. I wrote cash flow for time when I was 15 years old. Someone else using it? No. That's why you filed bankruptcy. My blueprint cost up to $5,000. I'm up to 25 to 30,000 a day. It's always been that way for 45 years. The office sells a blueprint call for a couple grand. I tend to give away half that price all the time when I'm on a live or webinar or anything with you, broadcast. When you don't do it, then you blew it. Simple. I give you a chance. I mean, if you blow that, that's on you, not me. Don't blame me. Don't go to the sales specialist and oh, he offered this. Yeah, he did during the time. Now. Not now, later, gator. But again, you take your picture. There you go. If you want me to hold your hand, I want to blueprint you. If you want me to hold your hand for 3 months at a time, I want you to have 18 divisions, 100,000 of personal credit or business credit. I want to blueprint you. I want to call you every 3 weeks. I want to give you the 18 books and CDs, the full blueprint. That's usually about $30,000. Why don't you DM, all right, a comment, and somebody will actually call you back. Why don't you look at the link tree and share the live with everybody? You've never met a person like Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit, and that's me. Why? Because I know it. Because you wouldn't be watching me if you did. You'd have your own million to billion like I did. It's not my money. There, the goal is simple. That's what they're doing today. Take your picture now. But it's up to you. Now, if you're serious enough and you want to play to get $100,000 a month, you're going to have to play with me for a year. You have no choice. 1 year, 200,000 of credit, a blueprint call, 12 months of coaching, and we need to basically start with at least 3 divisions or so. So what happens? Now in 2006, 7, and 8, 9, I'm doing $1 million a day. A day. You got it so far? I'm having fun. That's about $50,000 right now. The office, okay. They gave it away, all right, like half price or something. Take your picture, scan it. All right, deposit whatever you need to do in the future. It's up to you. You link trade. See, if you make a commitment, all right, we're going to hold your hand and be part of your team. But you've already wasted 25,000, 100,000 in your life so far. How'd it go so far? Hasn't worked. You were guaranteed, okay, if you do what you're told to do, up to 100,000 a month, period, to the corporate 9 divisions. But you have to listen. You have to follow through. If it takes longer, it's because you didn't do as fast as what I told you to do. I'll do 80 to 90% of the work. You do 10 or 20. But you got to listen. What do? I accomplish every goal I ever had. I don't have excuses. But I had nobody helping me. I wish that I could have hired me years ago. Wouldn't that have been fun? All goodies are divisions of a corporation. Now, as a little boy being used and abused, I'd always come, how you doing, little boy? My response to this day, to anybody that says, how you doing, Ray, or Pastor Reynolds, or hey, you, is always good. Thank you, Jesus. Today's a blessing. It's a gift. I'm not going to take it for granted. You got a choice today in the link tree. There's a phone number. You get to DM me and get to know me and share the live with everybody. All right. But again, there's your phone number too. You got David, Lawrence, Chris, and George are the top specialists we have, and they're going to hold your hand too. We're going to make sure nobody lets you down. The only thing letting you down will be you. Got it so far? Don't let yourself down. Referrals gets into programs for free. If you would refer basically 20 people today that got into the programs or any program, I would give you the specialty class tomorrow for free. It's called tax balancing, by the way. But if not, then it's up to you. See, there's always a way to win the game of business. But your problem is you. Referrals. All right, share the live with everybody. You can turn it into being an affiliate. There's ways to play the game to win. Now, I'm going to want you to be very serious about the dashboard you use. I don't want you using Credit Karma or LifeLock, that stuff, because they got indicted 6 times too. Analytical does the dark web. They carry $5 million bond. So let's understand. I want you to be a member of analytical.com, analytical750.com. They help you with the Dun & Bradstreet as well, and Experian, Transit, and Equifax. They're going to call you every 46 days. They're going to tell you what's next. They're going to analyze you for free, and they're going to help you with your Experian, Transit, and Equifax business reports and your Dun & Bradstreet. So you have no excuse now. You have one dashboard that's out there helping people. Take your picture. That's something you do today, not tomorrow, not next week. What do? The goal is to repackage you like Humpty Dumpty. I think you're missing pieces. I think the biggest piece you're missing on your team is me, because I can make sure it works. But again, that's going to be if you follow through. Again, I want to lead your team, you, but it's up to you. Specialty classes, I have these in rotation every 11 weeks. Tomorrow, all right, you could join the classes. We start, I'm going to be live at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then it's 7 o'clock for goal setting. Then at 9 o'clock, it's a private class people pay for. Then we're going to go back live level 1, 2, and 3 because we're going to have fun. But again, this is up to you. Do you like goodies yet? I got a lot of goodies, but I don't own anything. I'm not dumb enough to put it in my name. Sorry. The rotation of these 11 classes, again, up to you. If you want to go tomorrow, it's very simple. We charge about $5,000, not $500. But again, do you want to learn about tax balancing? How your paycheck can be refunded through your tax return because your house payment. Do you want to make sure the corporation doesn't pay tax because borrowed money is not taxable? Corporate credit's a write-off to the corporation anyway. So again, all right, you got to do what I always said: pay tax or buy a Lamborghini or Ferrari. Hey, how about pay tax or get a spaceship? How about a nonprofit? If we take corporate credit, checkbook money, blueprint loan, and we buy our lifetime income, this is lifetime income. You own a piece forever. That's a fourplex, an apartment complex, a Wendy's restaurant, a Jack in the Box. If I'm going to build your credit, you could play my way. with my way. Would that be okay? Would that be okay that I help people as I help other people like Jay or ECATS and other people as well? Hope you're feeling good. I pray for you all the time. Here's Kim as well. All these people we can help. Could you imagine the more you help me, the more I can help you? That's a win-win situation, huh? If I'm going to build you 25,000 of credit, simple, we can do that too. But it's up to you. If I'm going to build you 50,000 of credit for you with the corporation, I can do that as well. If I build you $100,000 of credit for you in the corporation, we're just going to have fun. You're going to have to realize debt offsets taxes. Debt finances the dream. And what do we look at? Corporate structure creates finance and the dream. You keep using the wrong money. I'm sorry, you did that since day one. That's why you have bad credit, most of you. The Reynolds University that I started in 2001, I just want to help people. If you went into this building and one technology drive over on Spectrum, if you got past Betty, you go to see an office at B of A, Chase, Franchise, and ADP. My classroom held 800 people at the time. I have my offices in Texas, in Utah, all right, and also Arizona. Now, Russ Dalby, Dave Delgado, and Carlton Sheets, I was training their trainers, by the way, if you don't know that. So you can play with me some more, but it's up to you. We're still going to be using Winning the Game of Business. Now, I like goodies. You like goodies? All the goodies on the side of the doors and the windows, too, say the Reynolds University. It's a marketing tool. You see, it's like the race cars and the race boats and the race motorcycles. The number 8, I was born on the 8th. 8 is an infinity beyond, by the way, if you don't know that. So God blessed me with that number. So my favorite number is 8. Always 3 divisions, and 5 closet divisions, a backup and a backup. Today, we're going to go through some analyzations. Everyone in this file here, these files here, I'm going to tell them how to get to millionaire status if they want to listen. If they don't listen, that's on them. They can't blame me. At least I'm trying. But again, it's a choice. Now that repeats tomorrow at 2 o'clock too. We can play the game. There's me in the coma. Doesn't matter if you're worth 3.7 billion of structure. You can still die in a coma when you take out the yacht with a group of people and have a virus. Next day in a coma, you get to die. And someone can steal your life. And the nurse can ask your wife if you're a donor. But then you're given a choice, stay in peace or go back. I could see and I could hear everything. My wife was going nuts. She needed her husband, me, because we became one. One under God's eyes. When we're apart, we're not together. That makes us feel we're out of place. Something's missing. So I said, go back. I moved 24 times by the time I'm 11 and a half years old with a lot of crappy people. I've been shot. I've also been knifed. I don't have an excuse. Neither do you. You got to get past go. It's simple. God has been using me as an example for you. I hope you listen and learn. Now, I need you to write some things down again and again. You're going to change your driver's license, your registration, your insurance to a P.O. box. Or if your state only allows a mailbox, okay? Again, you're going to change it starting today because I said so. You're going to protect your family and your privacy. That's important as you play the game to win. Now, the Lamborghini here, here's the keys. Boom, 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 boom. It's not my car. I'm not silly enough to put it in my name. It's a division of a corporation. I don't care about the write-off because the corporation owns the car. Okay? See, when someone says there's a write-off of 179, can't make up their mind, that's okay. The problem is they didn't buy the car through the corporate division process. If they would, it wouldn't be an issue. This one shows you from Chase Bank leased and financed to what? A division. We play. Now, husbands and wives, from now on, you're going to use the word or, never and. The word and is worst out of your mouth. Simple. You or me, you or me. If I pass, my wife can't sign my name. We're stuck in the probate. We're going to plan the problem, future and past. We're going to make sure we don't hurt ourselves. Can you afford $300 a month? My point is, I want you to take away your excuses. You waste $700 a month now, as it is, to $50 every other day. So don't give the excuses you can't do something when the ability is an opportunity now. It's up to you. Would you spend $500 for 5,000? Would you spend 1,000 for 10? You see, that's what we've done for 49 years. Play. I have to do a rapid rescore and analyze you. That's just me. I got to get to know your case file. Every case we've ever done in my team, I look at every file, everyone. 50 million people so far I've analyzed. I'm going to tell them what they need to do. Now I only have 37 million millionaire clients because the rest didn't want to do anything. They wanted to stay lazy. That's okay. Rapid rescore we're going to do too, by the way, because rapid rescore, I created that 49 years ago with Harold Stokes and Ken Yarborough for escrow companies. We're going to take you today and we're going to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. I would like to get you, like I said, 7 of these, 1 of these, but cards, big cards. I'd like to do a rapid rescore for you, and paralegals help you for 9 months for free. But again, that's up to you. It's simple. If I make you CFO ready, CFO, Chief Financial Officer for personal life and business life, that's what you need. By the way, the goal is to never bring the pain home. So I'd say take a picture. There's where you can start today if you want to. But if we don't start anything, that means it's never going to happen. See, if you don't make a decision now, you'll never make a decision because opportunity is knocking, it's falling in your lap. Procrastination is the killer of a dream. You procrastinate, you might as well give up. You got to basically understand something today. You have an LLC, LLP, C Corp, LLC, what, nonprofit, PC, S or C. Let's do divisions. Let's set up the credit files. Let's do division process. Let's add credit reports to your dashboard today. I'd like to give you about 25,000 to play with. Take a picture, lasts longer, DM, look at the link tree. Our goal is to help rebuild you, kind of like Humpty Dumpty. I don't have excuses, and I hope you don't either. Do you want to be a millionaire? It's very simple. Would you like to be a millionaire? I want you to understand something. The answer is no, by the way. Okay? If you are in my private coaching and I get you 100,000 a month to the entity you have, that's not your money. All right? Because you received you got to pay tax. Corporation exorbitant, entity exorbitant, no tax to do till you're profitable. So I don't want you to be a millionaire. I don't want you to go out there, look at me, I'm rich. Build my house. That's a circus clown. I don't like blah, blah, blah. I like the truth. I want you to find somebody that holds your hand 6 days a week when they wrote something or showed you how to do something. They hold your hand so you understand it. It doesn't exist besides me. Good luck what you're doing so far. Hasn't worked, has it? 9 divisions, 9 locations, 100,000 a month. I created daisy chain of credit in 1989. I can take 1 card and turn it to 10 more. These are 100,000 each. 9 more, 10 more. What's that? $7 million bucks. If we create $1 million of credit, could you not finance your American dream through the corporation structure and entities and LLC too? Division process. When I set up the dashboard in 1987 and 89, training Ken Yarborough, TOW spearing kind of thing, we wrote a book. I didn't like it. I didn't like the book we wrote because Ken wanted to, I think he wanted to lie. It was called File Segregation. The back of the books always showed flat out me at the 13 feet, one of the cars in the car collection of 21 cars, one of the mansions and one of the yachts. Why not? You see, if you get a book, I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to get you to make sure you understand how to play my way because I'm going to let you down. I couldn't help that. I care when I sell something to somebody so they don't screw it up. I don't want you to screw up my program. How's that? Out of 50 million people, I've only had 9 turds put me down while I'm in a coma. I follow through every day. A division's $1,000, by the way. If I do 3, 6, 9 or more, whatever you want. I want you to have 18, to be honest with you. So it's pretty simple. So you take your picture, you check it twice, and we're going to find if you've been naughty or nice. Take your picture. I want you to have 18. But you got to start somewhere, right? So again, we take our picture, look in the link tree, and have people help you. All right, help me help you. Now let's watch. If you allow me to rebuild you through the paralegal department the right way, we're not ripping off creditors, writing stupid letters, sorry to say. What you're going to do is let me rebuild you to 750. You're going to be part of it. Now, what's going to happen next? We're going to take the Spark card from Capital One and get 3 of these. 100,000 and 2 to 30. That's 160. We're going to do it times 9. Is that okay? See, Spark's the only card that shows up on personal file. They have the gold, they have the green, and they have the blue. Well, let's do it times 9. See, that's why you want 9 divisions for 9 lines of credit and 9 locations for something. It's up to you. B of A has 3 cards I like. Wells Fargo has 4. I like the Ink cards because they have 6. The gold card, I want to get you 99 more. No, I'd like to get you 9. See, this is up to $5 million of structure for financing the dream. Bought it so far? And offsets taxes. Debt offsets taxes. Why would you roll the dice as you? Why would you do that to yourself and your family too? I don't understand. You must have a 2-year corporate divisions for line of credit for 150. If not, we just build a bunch of cards with checkbooks. You play my way. That's up to $5.4 million, by the way. I like that. Do you like it? We could actually play the game to win. Now, to basically look at a starter blueprint call, it's about 30 minutes with me. So what do we get to do? We get to play. Okay. What if we had a call for 30 minutes or so? The Millionaires Founders Kit, the credit rebuild, the personal credit rapid, and I give you articles of corporation for free. You pay your filing fee. And I give you $10,000 in credit. $5,000 for you and $5,000 for the corporation. There you go. But then what do? We're building a mini blueprint for you. So it's very simple. So you take your picture. This is an opportunity now, not tomorrow. It's up to you. So again, another way to get into programs what makes sense. See, you don't know what you want, what you want to do, but I want to get you the full blueprint with me. But again, I want to get you $100,000 a month. But that's just me wanting you to do what I tell you to do. Take your picture. Now I have a problem. So do you. By the way, let's watch this. Okay? Every one of these case files that I've analyzed and looked at, our team put it together for them. Here's the problem. In the file, when I see a capital 1, I don't know what kind it is. Is it a Quicksilver 1, Venture 1, Venture X, or basically is it a Platinum? So you're going to have to tell us and call your specialist. Every one of these files have been analyzed. I've read every one of these. By the way, I'm adding history to every person, division, and corporation to build them credit. I want them to do what I want them to do, and that's why I set it up for them. I like to set it up for you too, but it's up to you. If you mess up Chase or Mark Stress, I need to know that because they don't forgive you. I'll need a division of me to do that, okay? Division of me means you. From there, rapid rescore. Let's understand, going back 49 years ago, Harold Stokes, my mentor, my professor, my attorney and friend who passed away, wanted me to change the world anyway. I dedicated the book for the kids to him. All right, Ken Yarborough, no problem. What do? So escrows, we created what's called rapid refresh and rapid rescore. If you do what you're told, you're always above 750, by the way. And before you jack up another card, you look at the ones that don't fluctuate. The discipline and the rules and tools will change your life. It's up to you. Now I'm going to tell you the truth. You might not like the truth, but it's up to you. You're going to call your specialist later today or Monday. I have a meeting every morning at 7:30, and I call it setting the tone for the day. We want to make sure everybody knows what they need to do to help the people. 800-254-9506. It's in the link tree as well. You DM me, you can change your life if you want me to. It's up to you. I like changing lives. Once again, take a picture. I have only one official site for Reynolds, the Godfather Credit. There it is. The 2 scammers here. We've reported them. I know who they are. We're going to go get them. But again, what do? You let the Attorney General's office go get them. Eric and Henry need to go get. So what happens? You have one chance, one official site with me. Tomorrow, I'm going to have 6 classes. I'm going to be online 6 times tomorrow. If you want to play, make sure you go to the right site. Now, here's number 6071. All right, share the live with everybody, please. Help me. Help me. I wanted to get to 25,000 followers by Monday. I'm short, not in height, but the numbers. 23,841. I thought I'd do better. I thought more people would love what I have to say and give me more 25,000 followers today. I hope you do. I'm just trying to help you too. Number 6071. If you notice there, the numbers are going up. We got you 80 points so far, 80. Now understand the words. Rapid refresh blocks crap and pushes scores up. So you get more cards. So you got one main inquiry. You signed up in 4/23/2025, and then you went for one main, some crappy loan anyway. By the way, you violated the program. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, did I do that or did they do it? They did it. Is my fault or theirs? Those 9 turds years ago blamed me for their own stupidity. I don't want to be blamed for someone's stupidity. So if you screw up my program, only screw up. Please don't blame me. Blame yourself. The reality is you see the scores going up and away. 780. 680, 658, and 603. I'm going to push them to 750. But they're a rebuild program, and George is your specialist. George isn't here today. He'll be back on Monday. But let's understand something. Okay, that's a violation. You screwed it up. Now, write it down. You're entitled to 6 inquiries every 180 days, the way I wrote the program in the first place. Chase has a 524 rule. So write down 524. You have the ability to change your life if you want to. Here is 6126. Or you got up and down 48 points, and you got 38 points and 36. Okay. This person was in the 400s. Look at, come on, it's right there. I took rapid rescore. George's specialist puts it up, and away. There's no inquiries and no collections. I hope that stays that way too. So if you do inquiries, you screw up my program. You crash the rapid rescore. If you jack up your cards, you screw up. I only have 2 rules. That's it, 2 rules. And it's my fault when you break them. No, thank you. Look at the mess here. All they have is collection crap. Okay? This person, all right, as we look at it, they're trying to rip off all their damn creditors. You're a crook. Not really, but the reality is maybe went through bad times. But again, we're not supposed to rip off our creditors. So all this collection crap, we're going to go basically around it for rapid rescore. All right, then you're basically what? Department of Education. There's ways to actually block that, and Obama was supposed to say education show up on files anyway. There's a way to remove things, yes. Prove it or remove it. Then you have GS Bank, 29%. Now, if that's yours, that's good, because we're going to go around the crap. And if you notice, all this crap, I'm going to push you up, and away. So far, 50 points plus. Now, here's my problem. You're a rebuild with 5,000 of credit. That's it. It's not enough. I mean, can you imagine I give you 5,000 and I'm done? Wow. You need 100,000. You need to talk to George and basically increase your limit. All that crap we can go around. If I can't get him to charge off and move it away, we might have to negotiate $1 or 2. But again, you have this. Now, Chime and Kick. In 2008, when all the silly people doing statewide and all this crap and basically countrywide, blah, 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 jacking it up, projected income, screwing up the world, I'm telling them not to. In 2008, Speedy Cash, Don't Be Broke Talk Time, Tiger Max, owning, all right, basically Chime, Kick. They came out of my boot camp, by the way, if you don't know that. It was a billionaire boot camp, by the way. So what do we do? Oh, goody. Chime, you don't need it, so get rid of it. I'll build you some credit, push you up and away. But again, I want to get you 100,000 for personal and business. Is that okay? It's up to you. Here's 6518. It's a rebuild, rapid rescore, 5,000 credit. George, again, there's no inquiry. Keep it that way, please. Inquiries would crash your rapid rescore and kill us the history I added to in the first place. So I just have 2 rules. Don't apply. Don't jack up the cards. Can you follow through on that too? That's all you got to do. All right. Come back here. Look at all the collection crap. Now, I'm always looking for, all right, make sure we don't screw up Chase or American Express. This says no, fantastic. Even though this is all crap, now what's what we're going to do? This is a $5,000 limit. See, they paid $500, and I'm handing them $5,000 back. Wow, how hard is that to understand? And a rapid rescore and rebuilding. Because I try to do things practically for free. So what do? Collection, go around it. Now look at the limits of the credit accounts. They suck. Come on. Here we got 3 capital ones. Wow. And then at least the limits are under 29%, but the limits is crazy. How do you balance a $500 crap card at 28%? It's almost impossible. Now on Capital One, you log in like you're going to pay payment, and then you click where it says I want on the right-hand side. Then it opens another page on the left-hand side. It'll say to increase your limit. Every 46 days on the dashboard, you're going to ask to increase your limits, but you're going to change your projections because we have to reduce the limit or the debt to ratio, or we have to pay it down. Here we're okay. So what do? Well, we got to get some more, big boy cards or something. This is terrible. So no inquiries. Okay. You're in the 600s. My worst case was the 240 came out of prison during pandemic. He has an 810 right now. Okay. So if we add more history and credit, I'd say $100,000 for the corporation and the person, but it's up to the person. See, here's the problem. When I'm done, I'm done. You're going to go away. What do you do next? You're going to screw it up again and again. Everybody does. Until you apply the rules and tools and get past go, you get auto income. It's simple. Did you screw American Express or Chase? Here's $35.99. There's no inquiries. You put Capital One in collections, the payment would have been nothing. David, your specialist. But look what it says. It says MIM. That's millionaire in the making. So you screwed up Capital One. I can go around and get you another Capital One. How's that? But again, please, please, please don't screw these things up. You see, if you screw up something and you do it on purpose and do an intent to do fraud, I'm in court, testify, get you to court of law because I don't want you to rip off the system. Your Open Sky card. By the way, the Capital One cards, you have two Open Skies. All right, one's probably secure and one's probably not. The only secure card you'd ever want to get is Open Sky by Capital Bank. There's no inquiry. So A, we need to know about the two Open Skies, if they're secured or on. And I need to know about those three Capital Ones, are they yours or authorized user. They also could be trade line crap. So again, we're at 700 score. Oldest card in fluctuation, let's write it down. Again, what I said, I'm in the 700s. All right, I got these Capital Ones with zero balances, and I didn't screw up. You see, this is the double talk. Here's one screwed up, and here's basically zero balances. If they were really yours, you wouldn't have a screwed up card, would you? So I got to know the truth. You're going to explain yourself to the specialist about the one in distant collections, and if these are authorized users or trade line crap. We'll need to know. Also, Amex and basically Chase, did you screw them up as well? Here's 65-16. You see, when you understand how to play, you get to win. Is that okay? If we win the game of business today. So here's 65-16. Now it's 494. It's okay. Your rapid rescoring rebuilt 10,000 of credit. So this person probably spent $1,000. We're going to give them 10 times their money back. As long as they don't screw up their program. That means no inquiries. That's good. No inquiries. All the collections will go around that. But here's our problem. All right, W credit, you're late. See, when you're late, you're even late on your mortgage. Do yourself a favor on the mortgage. All right, call them and see if they'll put the basically back payments in the back of the loan. If there's equity, it'll show you how to get the equity out and redo yourself, but it's up to you. Credit cards are late, you have to be 3 times. I'm hoping to understand, husband and wife, you're not on this alone. See, the problem, most of the time, husband and wife's on the loan. Now, if they lose the house or screwed up, this is screwing up both their credit at the same time. If he had it screwed up, she would not. She would not, him too. All right, we don't have joint credit. It makes no sense. God made us one. Credit is never joint. Got it? Separate the credit. We got to ask a bunch of questions on this. We're just not going to write disputes and blah, blah, blah. 32% on the Capital One. Okay. But again, what do we do? Our ultimate goal is to basically find out you screw up American Express or Chase. All right, how do we get to the 750 score? This one's going to take 7 months. 7 months. Okay, again, all right, 7 months. This is 65-17. It's a rebuilt rapid score for $5,000 of credit. They probably spent $500. We're going to give them $5,000 back anyway. George is your specialist. There's no inquiries. Look at all the collection crap. I always look at, do I have collections? Do I have a Chase or an Amex? Because if I get those, I can help you reduce your debt over here. But I guess it's going to be a few Chrysler cap. Hopefully it's not a car, probably is. So here we have Capital One at 59%. Increase the limit or pay it down to 29%. Credit One, okay, no problem as well, 17%. Now 60-68. Another George One, 5,000 of credit, rebuilt. All right, your score is going down and flatline across the board. See, that's the graph to the heartbeat. What do we do now? We look at it. Well, we have 2 inquiries. Let's go back. It's got Chase and Samsung. Sam should have been under taxity into the corporation, by the way. You screwed up. All right, this is 2/24/2025. Okay, so here, what do we have? Let's watch, okay? All right, if you do an inquiry or jack up a card, did you violate the program? The answer is yes. It's right there. Why would you ever go after a Chase card? Chase, you have to have a 690 plus for Freedom or Sapphire. Inc., you need 735. You wasted the damn inquiry. Chase has a 524 rule. You wasted the inquiry, by the way. And then we have collection crap as well. You have no revolving. I'll build you 3 starter cards, or you get an Open Sky card, and then build you up a way. Is that okay? Because I have to rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. Did you screw up my Express or Chase? Need to know that too. So again, what are you going to let us know? Talk to your specialist today or Monday. 62-68. Rebuilt 5,000 of credit again. Look what happened. If you listen, what a concept. The 468 went to a 568. There's 100 points. There's what I do for people every day. Rapid blocks crap and pushes up, up, and away. Do you want to get to 750? We got to do this again and again. This will take 4 months for this person if they listen. From there, there's no inquiries. Keep it that way. Collections go around it. But here's our problem. You have a First Premier card. That's the worst card on planet Earth, by the way. They charge $95 just to use the damn card. But again, you have one. It's at 92%. It's $500. Pay it down or increase it. Go to the dashboard on the right-hand side, left-hand side. It'll say increase your limit. They'll charge you $12. Do it. I need that to be at 29%. Milestone. Okay, what do we got? You got 2 of those cards. Do yourself a favor. If you made these all 3 at 29%, I can push you to $6.99 right now. That's going to take you 90 days. If you do what you're told. Can you do what you're told? Can you turn these up? Can you write it down, please? Number 6268. Okay, we're going to play any American Express or Chase problems. Let us know, too. Here's 6281. All right, 12 points, 38 points and down. Ooh, doing the up and down show. See, it's based on the creditor. The graph is very important. That's what you're controlling every day today. This is David. It's rapid rescore, rapid from the 10,000 of credit. But again, this person in 6 months or less could have a 750 score if they do what they're told to do. No inquiries, but then they have a experience, all right, business, all right, from there. Let's watch. There's a collection account on 2 bureaus and not the other, okay. But you have a USAA. You have Navy. Please don't screw up Navy. Please don't screw up Navy. If you basically have someone in your family that served or you served, thank you for your service. We treat our military like crap, in my opinion. I only got Navy because I got sucked into a government program as a kid. So here, USAA, it's $5,000, 99%. Try to increase it, the limit. There's no inquiry. Navy, don't screw them up, please. I could position you with Navy for a line of credit up to $50,000 and probably about $80,000 in cards to reduce your debt if you want me to help you on that too. But it's up to you. See, all you have is the Navy, USAA, and you have a Barclays, wow, and a Maverick. But again, this has to be at 29%. Let's watch. If this person would do what I tell them to do, they're getting 10,000 in credit. They spend 1,000, probably getting 10 back. I want to have 100,000 of personal and business to get the American dream. See, if you don't listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, you've been trying your whole life. You're 35 to 75 years old. Maybe you're 20 years old too. But again, what do? If you want to change it, do what I tell you to do, please. But it's up to you. So this, we can basically, they do the debt to ratio and the rapid rescore. I could push them up in 90 days to a 750 score. But it's up to them to listen and learn. Here is 6284. Julia is the specialist. It's $1 million in the making. Julia went off to do something else, so the reality says find who you've been assigned to. MIM is millionaire in the making. Got it so far? Millionaire in the making. Can look at my report. Well, we can look at everybody's report. Simple. Well, right now we have a group of people today to analyze. You might be one of them. I don't know. See, we don't give out names on the file at all. So what do? 68 points, 137 points, 35. See what the graph is doing? That's the heartbeat based on utilization. I designed it. 70s, 80s, and 90s. These don't fluctuate. The other ones do. So what do? You listen to me, and I can get you up and away if you want me to. We got to position you to take that 25,000. That should be 100,000, by the way. It'd actually be 200,000, 100,000 you and the corporation as well. That would be the goal. But then you had a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. It says reported this year. Okay? Actually, 2025 last year. So I need to know about the 13. Was it 3-year, 5-year, or are you in a payment plan? Or did you cancel whatever's happening with that? You have a Capital One, 7%. Is it really your card, or is it an authorized user? I need to know that too. We're going to dissect these things and make sure we understand how to position you right. Because I always say, if you listen to me and let me coach you personally, that's going to be 10,000, 100,000 a month, guaranteed. All you got to do is do what you're told to do. What a concept. I wish you could have hired me. I wouldn't have had to go through the hell I went through too. Choice, 5956. Rapid rescore, Chris is your specialist. Your scores are going down, not up. So what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Okay, let's understand. Okay, what's going to happen here? Wow, look at all those damn inquiries. You would think you would stop after 3, and you got all the inquiries on Experian. By the way, your banks pull Experian. Chase has a 524 rule. Let's go back. So you're losing points because you're what? What are you trying to do? I mean, I don't understand. Why would you get basically 37 inquiries? What are you trying to do? All right, you didn't get any of them. It sucks. You're wasting inquiries. Now we have to clean up the whole slate. You might even start a division of me or a division of you to get around the crap you've done to yourself. All right, look at all that crap. Wow, wow, wow. All right, you have late payments too. Let's drive Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, or sell something. That's what I had to do. All right, now all the cards you have, I don't make sense. You got Chime. Well, wow, that's a waste of time, in my opinion. They were in my boot camp in 2008. All right, we got Chime over here. Goody, goody, goody. What do we really have? You have a bunch of crap. That's what you have. Okay? Credit Sesame. Oh, good. Sesame seed bun. Let's have a Burger King, okay? What do we look at? You have crap. I like to pop you 2 good cards to get rid of half that crap. I like to get rid of the inquiries and get you to stop doing what you're doing today. This is a total violation. You screwed up the whole program. I'm going to tell Chris to close your case. If you can't listen, again, then you're going to blame me like 9 other people 14 years ago did. And they're not even my damn clients. This is a violation. You better tell Chris a good reason why you wouldn't violate you and close your case, because this is a total mess. Again, you screwed this up. Stop screwing it up. Let me rebuild you my way. Maybe I'll think about it. But again, that's 5956. You see, ladies and gentlemen, when you screw up, cease on the screw up. Okay, you're on the screw up because I'm going to hold hands every day and 6 days a week to help you get through the process and foundation. 5984. It's a wrap where you're scoring 10,000 credit. Chris, you're a specialist, but you went down. Inquiries. What did you do? Come on. All right, Bimbo. Okay, PayPal. Wow, 1 million. You see the inquiries you do. Why would you do that? Why would you go after inquiries? There's a better way to do this, but unfortunately, you did what you did. I'd rather get $50,000 off supply credit through a corporation so it doesn't hurt my personal credit report. So you got Rocket, you got the mortgage. Rocket will help you, by the way, and have them put those late payments in the back of the loan. Please don't be late to Chase. I'd like to get you up to $100,000 of credit at Chase, if not more, but it's up to you. I can't stop you from doing the silly stuff you're doing today. You got collection crap. Okay, you're 114% maxed out. So we got to figure out a couple of things. I would take supply credit from a corporation, about $50,000, and reduce the debt to ratio and rebuild you. But it's up to you. Did you screw up American Express or Chase? I'll need to know that as well. All right, here's 6143. 6143. It's a rapid rebuild. It's $1,000 in credit. Okay. You probably spend $500, and they're going to throw in a bonus of $1,000. Double your money. It's better than being in Vegas. You have no TransUnion. There's probably an address problem. You have no inquiries. Keep it that way, please. You have collection accounts. George is your specialist. Give him a call on Monday. All right, we went at 1 point. Wow. You have no revolving credit. So I'm going to pop you credit. Give you 3 starter cards, by the way. Did you ever screw up American Express or Chase? I need to know that. 6513. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen very carefully. We dissect every one of these cases and we look at what needs to be done. The paralegal department, everything we're doing, and all the people working on your team. You need to make sure I'm on your team if you want to get through the process. Because if we just rebuild you, fine, get your card, go away, that's fine. But what did you accomplish? Nothing. See, you're going to screw it up again and again. You've all done it 10 times at least. We have to rebuild you for the long term. That's why you want me to be your team leader on your team today. But it's up to you. Look at the collection accounts. What do we do? Oh, you got self-lead. Wow. 85%. All right. Again, that's bogus as well as you look at it today. American Express or Chase. That needs to be at 29%. What do we do? Simple. Let's build you. This Lawrence is special. Let's build you 100,000 of credit, by the way. But it's up to you. It's up to you. The Ally account. Oh my goodness, we're what? It's probably a car. So let us know about that too. Please, if you get a repossessor, a voluntary repossessor, remember, they will give you a 1099-C. Hopefully you and your spouse are not on the car. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have a choice today. All right, DM me, share the live with everybody, and play and learn to play with me and my team. All right, I like to be your team leader, okay? Tomorrow morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to be live. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock is going to be a goal-setting class. And then I'm going to have a private class called Tax Balancing. If you're in coaching, you're in that class for free. If not, then you're going to be off. And then we're going to go to level 1, 2, and 3. And everybody gets to join that as well. Level 1, 2, and 3. But again, what do? We're going to go back to basics, my system I created in the beginning in the 80s and 70s and 80s and 90s winning the game of business. Once again, you waste $50 every other day, about $700 a month. My point is, if I got you corporate credit, the payment's less than $300 a month. Could you afford that? Could you afford to put something in an escrow? The escrow, that means you own a piece. See, if everything you've done in your whole life, all right, I'm sorry, all right, you didn't get here soon enough, because what happens is you kind of blew it. You know, if you get own a piece of a Wendy's or Stories or a laundromat, it's yours forever. No one can hurt you. You can quit hurting yourself. Could you spend $500 for $5,000? Would you spend $1,000 for $10,000? What I've always done. So again, if you want me to send you the link, all right, you take a picture, you add it here now, or you put in the link tree. We'll send you the links, all right, for the classes as well. And you can talk to a specialist today if you want to. Okay, I'll be up. Well, the reality is very simple. We get to play the game and win. I am number 6518. I guess you didn't get to me today. No, the group's there today. Call the specialist or the paralegals, find out if you're not in the group. I'm going to give the ones that they gave me today. I didn't miss it. The reality is that it wasn't given me today. Maybe it's not time for the rapid rescore to push you up and away, but it's up to you. Can I look at my report? The reality is, again, you can do that too. Get a hold of Analytical today. Let them onboard you. That's all you got to do. So again, if you want to go to class tomorrow, let me know. But again, I want to think about something as you build your business and your dream. You might need an address or two. I actually lease out 12 feet at a time if you want to, but it's up to you. What do? We play the game to win. I want to go back to basics. Let's understand something. The Supreme Court said an LLC, LLP, C Corp, S Corp, nonprofit, or PC, same group is a legal person. It's right there. So if we create an entity, what you have today, and put entities below that, entities managed by entities, what happens is your name's not on the entities called division process. So therefore, if you screwed one up, you can get rid of the piece. Never have the intent to screw it up, please. I would like for me to rebuild your life my way. I'm sorry, I don't like your way. Okay? I created my first million in the corporate structure in the bank when I was a kid. First billion at 21, 2.6 billion at 26, 3.7 billion all right, when I died in the coma in 2009. It's not mine, it's corporate structure. I will never say I'm rich because that's called dumb. Sorry to say, but it's true. Here's your goal. There's your picture. Take it. There's your future. You should have did this a long time ago. Why? I don't know. You didn't do it. Why didn't you come play with me sooner? It's going to be up to you. I want you to realize we have over 50 escrows lined up so far, over $1 billion. I'd like to reach 5 billion this year in escrows, 5 billion. And I'm in every escrow, by the way, because I got skin in the game too. I make sure I lead the escrow for every one of you. Simple. You will become a puppet master. You will basically take for $25,000 of a line of credit that I build you. Instead of running your business, run your business what you want. I want you to write a check to escrow off the line of credit. I want you to own a piece, a dry cleaning, laundromat, car wash. 3 people plus me, there's 100,000 as a deposit. All right, there's basically 3 plus me. All right, 200,000 deposit. Numbers never lie, only people lie. So if I put 75,000 or 100,000, that's what I get to do. This is your future. I mean, come on. You're 75 or below, that's fine. What are you looking to do? Would you like auto income for the rest of your life? Would you like to build a real legacy? Then leave it to your family through irrevocable trust and not get stuck in the probate. Your choice is simple. Division process. Division process, you'll be for A. I'll be for. There will be a B and a C and a D and an F. Since 1987, we play my way. I don't like your way, I'm sorry to say. But I still want to blueprint you. I want you and your partner of life on the phone for up to an hour. Sometimes they take 30 minutes or less, but usually they're about to an hour plus. If I blueprint you, usually I'm going to charge you about to $5,000 to do that personally, because you're now with me. But again, the office did it for 2. And today, during the webinar, you can get it through me right away, right there. All you have to do is take a picture, link tree, take a picture. That's all you got to do. I want to blueprint you. I'd like to be your coach. I'd like to be your trainer. I'm the original coach anyway, by the way, if you don't know this, 49 years. All right, coaching people every step of the way. Would you like to own a piece? You do nothing besides own the piece. Would you like to own a piece again and again and again and again and again? but it's up to you. We even buy ugly, by the way, because it makes money. Laundromat, you got three, 63,000 a month. All right, car wash, laundromat. What do we do? All right, fair as there, simple. Dry cleaners, laundromat. Wow. I like Wendy's restaurants so they have less than a 3% failure rate. We buy an existing one. Why not? Because it's good about $10,000 each for 10 people. I like that. But again, maybe you want to stop that and come back here. Gas station and store. You don't see the owner running the Arco gas station, do you? But it's a choice. Robert took basically about 4 months so far, but he's going up and away after we built his credit first. Simultaneously, David got it to what? In about 8 months. KD took about 14 months. So you don't have to ever stop. You build up and away. It's up to you. What is our goal? I want to give you something that everybody gave you. I want to give you me. You see, there's your future. It's right there. But if I was your private coach, and you can do that as well, or other coaches, you're going to get up to 100,000 a month, and I'm going to close about 16 to 20 escrows a day. Can you stay? Can you basically what? Can you keep up? It's the bottom line. 100,000 of personal business, blueprint call, monthly calls, 18 book CDs, 18 divisions. It's about $30,000 usually, goodies. But today, you could play today if you want to for 90 days. And up and away, we can do that too. But I like for those who are seriously, why don't we play for a year? How about a year you get stuck with me? 200,000 credit, 100,000 personal business, blueprint call, 12 months of coaching and division process. Now you're stuck with me. I have no excuses. Neither do you. I will be telling you what to do every 3 weeks, and I'll give you your checklist. And I'm going to create your goal list for you as well. I do all the work. Isn't that fun? So take your picture. It'll last longer, and that's what you can do today if you want to. By the way, I only have 4 openings for me. Then I'm sold out for almost to the year. And if you don't do it now, you get another coach. That's okay too. It's up to you if you want me to be your private coach with you. What do we do? Simple. Linktree shows you 800-254-9506. You got David, you got Lawrence, you got Chris and George, some of the top specialists. From there, the referral base, you can actually be an affiliate and get into programs as well. I want to take away your excuses. Today, you have the ability to change your life if you want to. I think you're stuck. I don't think you put all the pieces together. And I think the problem is you need me. And I need you too to help change the world. So share the live with everybody. DM me as well. I like to see that number, basically 25,000 followers right away. Join the fan club today. Simple. Remember, I only have one official TikTok site. I don't like copycats, but they're out there. And I had those when I came out of coma, 14 people we had to sue to get offline. They still have their crap up there, but we got them to stop pretending to be me. That's not fun. All right. We look behind the curtain every step of the way. And what do? We basically look through the curtain because what do? We never stop. For me, it is, I'm going to do my best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. The ultimate goal. I'd like you to be serious today and think about what you want to do next. I'd like to coach you, or one of my coaches, to help you be part of your team. I can't do this by myself, neither can you. But if you want to play, I'll get you to millionaire status. That's pretty easy for me. I've done it all my life, but it's up to you. So today, all right, share the live with everybody. DM me. Thank you for joining today and having some fun. Remember, tomorrow morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, 3:15, and all through the day, if you're one of the coaches, you're one of the what? In the program, I'm going to give you all the classes for free. If not, you get everything free tomorrow, but the specialty class for tax balancing. So today we did our best. So let God do the rest. Amen to that too. Never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.